Started. All right, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. I'm going to share my screen now so that we can start. All right, can everybody see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Can you all 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 see my screen? Okay, nice one. Sorry. I just have to quickly do something. All right, so just have to make sure that everything is in order before we get started. Okay, nice one. Okay, screen is clearly seen. All right. Mr. Kim Yusuf, how you doing? All right. Well, I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to data analysis webinar. And today we'll talk about what the future holds for an analyst, right? So we just want to talk about a glimpse into the future of data analysis, why you should choose data analysis as your career choice. That's all what we want to talk about in today's webinar in the theory section. Then when we get to the practical section, I'm going to show you how I work on daily basis as an analyst, how I work on daily basis as an analyst. But it's not going to make any sense for me to just start the class without proper introduction to myself, right? So I need to introduce myself. You'll be like, who is this guy, right? So who is this person? So this is me right here, without my face cap. So let me remove my face cap so that I can see my face very well. This is me and some of my beards, right? This is me right here. My name is Sani Akim Abiodun. I'm a computer instructor and a digital marketer. I work with Digital World Tech Academy, right? Actually, I'm not just a computer instructor, I'm a data analyst, a data scientist, right? And also a digital marketer. I also do some part of web design also. That is what I'm into, a whole lot of other things too. I'm into a whole lot of other things. Then I work with Digital World Tech Academy, like you can see on my face cap, right? And if you can see my polo, I'm still putting on Digital World Polo. And at Digital World Tech Academy, we've been able to train over 5,000 students last year, both online and offline. And this year, we've actually done much more than that. Yes, we've done much more than that. So we train people and organizations on Microsoft Office packages, data analysis, digital marketing, and every other aspect of tech. Whatever you want to learn in tech, data analysis, data science, cybersecurity, web design and web development, whatever you want to learn in tech, we are here to help. And in 2023, we were able to train over 30,000 students physically and more than 5,000 online with 2 organizations. So we offer corporate training. And this year, we've actually done much more than 2 organizations just this year alone. All right, so let's talk about the institute before we actually get started. So about the institute. So if you're looking for me right here in this picture, this is me with my face cap and my digital work polo with my ID card. Then if you can see me right here, this is me right here. And some of my team member, though we are much more than this, but this is the picture that I really love to use. Now, about the Institute. Digital World is an online and physical learning platform with the aim of making the tech skill affordable and accessible to everyone. So we are here to make the computer education very affordable and accessible to everyone. So that's why you are there, probably in your house, in your car, in your office, and you can see me, we can interact, right? So you can send me a message, I can see what you're talking about, everything. And in a moment, I'm going to allow you to unmute so that we can talk to each other, right? So that is one of the major reasons why we are here. And our mission is to make computer education very, very accessible and affordable to Nigerian and Africa in general. All right, so are you guys ready now? That is that about the introduction. We are going into the theory section now. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready? All right. All right. We have Felicia, Nick, Carol. Right. What about other? Red. Okay. All right. Mr. Biola, nice one. Very much ready. Okay. So let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Ready to roll. Nice one. Now, are you in this position? You're asking yourself, what exactly is data analysis? What is data analysis? Right? What exactly is data analysis? So let's actually talk about the meaning of data analysis. Let's talk about the meaning of data analysis. So data analysis is the process of examining, organizing, and transforming and interpreting raw data to extract meaningful insights, identify patterns, and support decision making, right? So basically, data analysis is just a process of transforming raw data into a meaningful insight. So you have raw data, so you have to do cleaning, right? You do manipulation, then you visualize it. Your major job is to bring out information from raw data, right? To bring out meaningful insights from raw data, right? Because most of organizations, in fact, all the organization, not most, all the organization are taking their businesses online, right? And in as much as they are taking their businesses online, their data is not going to be on paper and pen, right? It's going to be in their database. So they will have the raw data in the database. So they need an analyst to extract insights from their results. For instance, let's talk about the company that is producing this water. The company that is producing this water. So this is Seaway, right? So the company that is producing this water now, they don't have their data on paper and pen. They have it in their database. So they want to know which location is this water performing very well. So we might have Seaway in Nigeria. So do you guys have Seaway in Ghana or in Cameroon? Do you have this type of water in Cameroon, Kenya, or Ghana? Do you have it? Do you have it? Yes or no? Let me know. Let me know if you have it. My Ghanaian people and Cameroonian people, Kenyan people, no, right? So we have some people that said no. Now, probably the Seaway. So this product now, this is not the only water they are producing. They have other various products, right? There are Seaway products in Ghana that are not in Nigeria. There are Seaway products in Kenya that are not even in Nigeria or Ghana. There are Seaway products all around the world. So how do you think they get to know that, okay, this water is performing very well in Nigeria, so it's not performing very well in Ghana. This is the product that's performing very well in Ghana. Then this is the product that is performing very well in Kenya. This one is performing very well in Cameroon. That is because they have the data. And it is the job of an analyst to extract that information. So probably they've sold this water to Ghana, Cameroon, Kenya, and they notice that you guys don't really relate with this water. You don't really buy it. So that's why they stop the distribution there, because they have the data. Because in as much as they are sending it to Ghana or Cameroon or Kenya, you people are not going to buy it. So that is a loss on their part, right? So because they have the data, they know the particular location that their product is performing very well. So they know that, okay, Seaway in Nigeria is performing very well for water and some of the drinks, right? It might be other products, right? Other products is performing very well in Ghana. Other products is performing very well in Kenya. So they will be able to niche down for a particular location. They know that right here in Nigeria is water that's performing very well because they have the data. So in Ghana, it might be another product, right? In Cameroon, is another product. That is major work of data analysis. You have to extract meaningful information, because most organizations now, in fact, all organizations, before they make any decision, the very first thing they have to look at is their data. Just like us, if you want to buy anything, the very first thing we check is our account balance. So you have to check your account balance, right? So that is the life of every business. They look at their data before they make any progressive decision. And data analysis is not just there. It involves a range of techniques and tools depending on the data and complexity of the data as well, right? So if you are dealing with prediction, forecasting, right, we don't really use Excel. Though we use Excel to do forecasting sometimes, but we don't really use Excel for prediction. So we use Python. That depends on what I want to achieve. So there are various software that help us. Now, there are various software that we use, but it depends only on the type of data that we are dealing with. For instance, we can use Excel to interact with the database. We use SQL to interact with database, right? We use SQL to interact with database. So if I want to write a machine learning model, I can't write it on Excel. I have to write it either on Python or on R, right? So that is that. We have a whole lot of tools, and techniques. So if you are dealing with data cleaning now, data cleaning is kind of a little bit hard in Excel. So we don't really use Excel for data cleaning. We use Power Query for data cleaning. That is another software. But basically, if you go to Google today that you want to download Power Query, you are not going to see it because it's a web application, right? So it's inbuilt. It's part of Excel and Power BI. So it's inbuilt. It's not an application on its own, but it's built basically for data cleaning, right? So we have a whole lot of other tools like that, like SPSS that we use for statistical analysis. We have SARS, we have a whole lot of tools, right? We have Starter too that help us to deal with data. And that depends on the complexity of the data and the type of data we are dealing with. All right, so let's move forward. Now let's talk about a glimpse into the future of an analyst. Let's talk about a glimpse into the future of an analyst. So data is no longer just a byproduct of our digital life. It's no longer just a byproduct of our digital life. It is the fuel powering innovation, decision-making, and competitive advantage across all industries, not just a particular industry. No matter the industry you are, you need to have knowledge of data analysis, right? No matter what you study, you need to have knowledge of data analysis. It's a must because all the organizations are dealing with people. Can you mention one organization that does not deal with people? Can you just, is there any organization, any company that you know that does not deal with people, right? They are just there. I don't know, maybe they are selling something to aliens. Is there any organization like that, or is there any company that does not deal with people? Let's talk. Do we have any organization at all, or any businesses that does not deal with people? No, right? No. Thank you. So we don't have, right? That means in as much as they are dealing with people, they will have data. They will have data. So if you are in healthcare department, healthcare sector, right, you want to know which disease does people come to treat the most, right? So before you can say, okay, corona is rampant or this cholera is rampant, there's no way they can just say that if they don't have the data. If they don't have the data, right? So it is the fuel powering innovation. That's why we give people new ideas. Okay, this is a disease that people are coming to treat. So we need to come up with a research. We need to come up with medicine that can help us to suppress this disease, right? That is innovation. They will be able to come up with new ideas. So if this product is not selling in Ghana, so if CBA come around tomorrow that they want to start selling this product in Ghana, right? They want to start selling this product in Kenya, Cameroon. They will come up with new initiatives that can help them to sell, right? That can help them to sell. They'll come up with new initiatives. So data is the one powering innovation. Because the moment you want to start a new thing, you want to do your research. You want to have a data to know how that product is performing in other countries so that you can come up with new initiatives that can help you penetrate into the market. Right? Another thing is it also helps in decision making. It also helps in decision making. Before any organization make any decision, the very first thing they look at is their data. So, is this product performing very well? Not in all parts of Nigeria. This product is not performing very well in all parts of Nigeria. Right? It's not performing very, it's not that they are selling to the whole of Nigerians. No, we have some place whereby you won't even see seaway water. Am I correct? Nigerians, am I correct? Is that correct? There are some part of Nigeria whereby you won't even see this water. Right? You will see another type of data, another type of water there. Right? So it has helped CWA to make decisions for them to know where the product is performing very well. So for them to know where to distribute that particular product. So it has helped them to make decisions and also competitive advantage across other industries. Right? They want to know which of my competitor is performing very well, where is their product performing very well, so they can know how to penetrate, right? And the future of data analysis promises to be a remarkable one, driven by the emerging trends and technology that are redefining the way we interact with data. There are a lot of softwares, and in our software, there are a lot of AI tools, especially in Excel and Power BI. There are a lot of AI tools that help us to do a whole lot of stuff. For instance, let me give you one on Excel. We have recommended pivots. The moment you load your data into pivot table, all you just have to do is click on that recommended pivot, and it's going to analyze your data for you. I'm going to show you that when we get there. When we get to the practical section, I'm going to show you that. Also in Power BI, there are a lot of AI tools there in Power BI. There is one called Q&A that the moment you load your data in, you can just type in the question that you want, then it's going to answer it for you, right? That is that. There are a lot of technologies that are redefining the way we interact with data, which has made data analysis much more easier. It has made it much more easier. So a lot of people will think, oh, data analysis is very, very hard. It's very, very hard. No, it's very, very easy. It's what I do every single day. All right. So let's move forward. Let's move forward. All right. The transformative power of data analysis. How do we get to transform? What they always call us was a data entry specialist. So how do we get to transform from being a data entry specialist to becoming the top 2 in the world? Currently, data analysis is the top 2 in the whole world right now. And I have a whole lot of students, most of them from Canada self. Most of my students, they are from Canada. And I have quite a lot of students that has learned from me and used that skill to get jobs. In fact, I had one that finished recently. She learned only Excel and Power BI, and she has 2 different jobs right now. She's in Canada, right? So how do we get to transform from being just a data entry specialist to becoming the top 2 in the world? All right, so let's continue. Let's talk about data analysis evolution. Data analysis has come a very long way from traditional reporting to predictive and prescriptive analysis. Now, what do we call traditional reporting? Basically, we use historical data, which we call descriptive analysis. That will lead us to type of data analysis. So basically, there are 3 major types of data analysis, but now there are 4, right? There are 3 major types, but now there are 4. So the very first type of data analysis is descriptive analysis. Basically, descriptive analysis works on historical data. You are describing what has happened in the past. So if I have like the past 10 years, if I have the data of CBA for the past 10 years, and they ask me to describe what has happened in the past, right? That is descriptive analysis. So we are going to do descriptive analysis today when we get to the practical section, right? So you are describing what has happened in the past. Which product is performing very well? What is the total revenue generated by this product, right? Which of the gender relates more with our product? Which location is our product performing very well? That is historical data sets. We use it, we call it descriptive analysis, right? Describing what has happened in the past. What has happened in the past. That is descriptive analysis. But data analysis has gone a very long way to now advance predictive analysis. So before I even get to predictive analysis, we have another one called diagnostic analysis. Diagnostic analysis. Basically, it also works with descriptive analysis. Now you've described what has happened in the past. You've done your descriptive analysis. Now, diagnostic analysis is basically looking into the descriptive analysis. So if they are not selling this water in Ghana, why are they not selling it in Ghana? Is it that the product is not performing very well? Is it that the price is too high, right? Do we need to work on our marketing? Is it that we don't have a branch in Ghana? Do you get? That is diagnostic analysis. So you want to know the reason. You want to know the reason why something happened. Why are we not selling that product in Ghana? That is diagnostic analysis. The process of diagnosing, getting insights, getting information from the why in a data. We call it why. From the why in a data, why does something happen? That is diagnostic analysis. Now we are talking, if you now move to predictive analysis. Predictive analysis is basically talking about using historical data to predict the future, right? So in the past 5 years, I know the total revenue generated for each year for this particular product, right? So in the 2010, they generated so amount. 2011, they generated so amount. So I have the past 5 years. So I can use that to predict the future. That is what we call predictive analysis. And most of the time, we use machine learning model to deal with that, to deal with prediction. So we have a whole lot of models. For instance, we have linear regression, right? We have linear regression. We have random forest, right? We have decision tree. We have support vector machine. All those things are machine learning models. Now, what is model? Or you can either call it model, algorithm, or estimator. So what is a model, or what is an algorithm, or what is an estimator? So an algorithm is a piece of code that helps us to predict or track an event. For instance, if you go to Facebook, you will see the moment you watch a particular video and you like it, Facebook will use that video. They will give you a video that is similar to that. They will keep on giving you videos that is similar to the one that you've watched in the past. How many of us have seen that situation before? So you watch a particular video, then again, they will give you a video that is closer to that, that is similar to that. They will give you another video that's similar to that. How many of us have seen that? If you use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those ones, right? Now, that is an example of an algorithm. So Facebook uses an algorithm called Pixel to track every activity you take on Facebook, right? That is a machine learning model. So another model is classificational model, right? For instance, if you go to your mail, you will see some mail. They are put in groups. We have some inbox. We have some spam, right? That is an example of another model. So we use classificational model to deal with that. The one that is going to go into the spam, the one that is going to go into the important, the one that is going to go into promotion, the one that is going to go under social, right? You will see it. That is another model. So all these models, they are what we use in predictive analysis. In predictive analysis. So basically, if my machine predicted that, okay, by next year, we are going to generate over 1 billion, right? That is what the machine has predicted for me. That is an example of predictive analysis. Now, the next one is prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis. So what do we mean by prescriptive analysis? Prescriptive analysis, if my machine predicted that, okay, by next year, I'm going to generate a revenue of over 1 billion, right? That does not mean I should now sit and fold my arm. So prescriptive analysis is basically talking about the actionable step that will help me to achieve what machine has already predicted for me. So what has machine predicted that, okay, by next year, I'm going to generate 1 billion, right? So prescriptive analysis is talking about the actionable step that can help me to achieve what machine has already predicted for me. So do I need to work on my marketing? Do I need to work on my distribution? Is it my production that I need to work on? Is it my sales team that I need to work on? Right? That is prescriptive analysis. And all this has become an integral part of modern decision making. They have become an integral part of modern decision making. All right. Someone said my audio is breaking. Is that correct? Can you guys hear me? My network, is it my network? Can you guys hear me clearly? Can you guys hear me clearly? Yes or no? Can you guys hear me clearly? So Stella, let me know. Can you guys hear me clearly? Very well. So I think Stella is your network. Stella, I think is your network, not mine. So every other person can hear me clearly. All right. Are you guys getting it? Are you getting it? Let me know if you're getting it. Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand everything I've explained in the past? Right? Do you guys understand? Do you understand? All right. Okay. Now let's move forward. Let's move forward. Now, data has exploded. That's why we get into data explosion. As of today, there are over 2 billion data that have been uploaded on the database, on the server, every single day. Someone said I'm too fast. Wow, I have to be a little bit fast because we still have the practical section to cover and we don't really have much time, right? But am I too fast? Guys, am I too fast? Am I too fast? Someone said I'm too fast. No, right? Okay. All right. Data is growing at an unprecedented rate, right? And this result is driven by the connected devices and digital interaction, right? And all this has made effective data analysis more crucial. So recently, based on research, they said there are over 2 billion data that have been uploaded on daily basis. They did not even give us the accurate results. Over 2 billion. And both of us, me and you, are part of the people that are making this data to grow. Because if you go to Facebook today, you like something, you go to Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or any social media platform. If you just like a post, you've uploaded a data. Just by liking a post, you've uploaded a data. You comment on a post, you've uploaded a data. Now, on Facebook alone, there are over 2 billion users just on Facebook alone. I don't know the amount of Instagram. I don't know the amount of TikTok, right? And you just need, if you just go there and you just like a post, you've uploaded the data. Do you know how many posts you like on daily basis? You comment on a post is a data. You share a post is a data, right? Not to even talk about thousands of organizations, millions of companies that are uploading their data on database every single day, most especially e-commerce websites, just like Amazon, well, or Alibaba. If you go there, you like something, right? You let's say you purchase something on Amazon. Their data is not going to be on paper and pen. It's going directly into their database, right? That is why I said data is growing at an unprecedented rate. And this is driven by connected devices and digital interaction. Currently now, we are in connected economy. So if you want to give me a project, you can give me a project right now. So in fact, I just finished a project for a guy in Ghana, right? And he has never been to Nigeria before. I've not even seen him face to face before, right? But he gave me a project because we are in connected economy, right? So we are in connected economy. Whatever you do on the internet, on social media, right? They are going live. You are uploading a data, right? And all this is making effective data analysis more crucial than ever. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Now, the evolving role of data analysis. Let's talk about the role of data analysis. Data, unlocking the power of data is a complex task. For instance, let me show you a particular data set. Let me show you a data set. Let me just move out of this slide and just open my data. Let's just open a particular data set. Let's just open this one. So one thing that you have to know as an analyst, your data is very, very confidential. So you don't share your data. For us that we are a trainer, we have a dummy data that we download from various websites, right? So that's why I can share this data with you. So like the project I just finished, I can share that with you, right? So one thing you have to know as an analyst is confidentiality, right? Confidentiality. You don't share your client's data. Just imagine having access to Facebook database or Amazon database, right? I don't have to tell you what to do with that. I don't have to tell you what to do with that, right? But one thing is confidentiality. You don't share your data, your client's data with people. Now, let's talk about it. Unlocking the power of data is a complex task. Now, this is a data set. This is an Excel for those of us that don't know. So, and I have a data set right here that's talking about the country, the city of a person, the gender, the name of the customer, the ID of the customer, their order, right? The products that they order, the date of order, right? The quantity, the selling price, the revenue generated, the expenses, and the profits. We have all those ones. Now, let's just do a quick test. So is it possible? Is it possible? How many of us here are ready for my test? Are you guys ready for my test? Are you guys ready for my test? Are you guys ready for my test? All right. Cassandra, nice one. Are you guys scared? Don't be scared now. You are not writing an exam. Are you scared? Yes, if you need water, I still have virtual water. It's free of charge. Just send me a DM. I'm going to send you a virtual water. All right. So is it possible for you to tell me the best-selling country right here? Okay, I'm now with scale. Nice one. So is it possible for you to tell me the best-selling country right here just by looking at this data? Is it possible? No, right? No. Okay. Let's say because I have one person, just Nick. What about others? Felicia. All right. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you for saying yes. So just by looking, you are looking at this data, right? Felicia Crown. Felicia and Crown. You are looking at this data. So which country generated the highest revenue? Which country generated the highest revenue? Adike Goodness. Chioma. USA. How do you get to know? How much does USA generated? How much does USA generated? Felicia, how much does USA generated? You can't really tell. You are basically, you are guessing. You are guessing. 1,488. How do you get to know that? Right? The data is not even up to 1,488. Don't know, they appear more. No, you don't work on that. You don't work based on just guessing. You don't work based on just guessing. You don't just guess. As an analyst, you have to give a reason. You have to give a comprehensive report about the data. So how do you generate that? How do you know the total quantity sold? How do you know the number of appearance that a particular country appears, right? How do you know the number of times that a particular country appears, right? So let's say because we won't be able to generate that. Now let's come to gender. We have just two gender, male and female. So is it possible for you to tell me the number of appearance for male and the number of appearance for female? And right here, we just have about 500 data sets. This is just a small data set, 500. Just by looking at this, it's not possible for you to just tell me that, okay, female appears 1,000 times, male appears 500 times. It's not possible. It's not possible. As an analyst, we don't guess. We work with our data, right? You work with your data. So don't just guess, because every organization depends on you. They depend on the results you are giving. So if you guess, you will give them a wrong decision, which can, let's say because you said USA generated the highest revenue. What if USA is not the country that has generated the highest revenue? And now, because you said the country that generated the highest revenue is USA. Now, our company will now be selling most products to USA, whereby they are not the one that are generating the highest revenue, right? There is a mistake. So you don't have to do with that, right? You don't guess. So unlocking the power of data is a complex task. For people that don't know, it's a complex task, but it's very, very easy to do. Very, very easy to do. And data analysts are the superhero who make it happen. So you are the people that make it happen. You are the people that bring out results, that give organization results for them to be able to make decisions. Now, here I said, but with technology advancing faster than a speeding bullet, the role of data analyst is also evolving at a lightning speed, because technology is growing every single day. New software are coming out. They are updating their software every single day. Currently now, if you are using Excel 2021 or Microsoft Excel 365, there is ChatGPT inside it, which can help you to do a whole lot of stuff, right? There is ChatGPT inside Excel right now. right? So this has helped the role of data analysis to be much more easier. Gone are the days of simply collecting and organizing data. So we don't deal with that. We don't deal with that again. So for instance, there's another tool in Excel that can help us to transform. So if you have your data and they snap the data and send it to you, right? There is a tool in Excel that can help you to convert that into an Excel spreadsheet, that picture into an Excel spreadsheet. It was not there in 2007 version. It was not there in 2010 version, right? It was not there in 2013 version, right? Because they are updating this software every single day, right? So we don't deal with data and data entry. So as an analyst, it's not your job to do data entry. So today's data analysts are responsible for designing complex algorithms and creating captivating visualization. So remember, I've explained an algorithm for you earlier. I said an algorithm or a model or estimator is just a piece of code that helps us to track an event or predict an event, right? So basically, today's data analysts are responsible for designing complex algorithms, just like Google Map also. Google Map is also an algorithm, and creating captivating visualization. So today we are going to create visualization when we get to the practical section. And the data analyst future scope is bright and a thrilling opportunity for those who love technology and analytics. All right. Are you guys enjoying yourself? Hope I'm not becoming too bored. Are you guys bored? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Are you guys enjoying yourself? Are you learning something? Are you learning something? Are you learning something? Cool, right? Dorothy, thank you. What about others? What about others? Carol, right. Nice one, nice one. So let's move forward, right? The question is, are data analysts in demand? That is the question. Are data analysts in demand? Based on my research, right? And basically everywhere in the world, data analysts are in high demand into, okay, before I even talk about my own slide, to you, based on all my explanations, do you think data analysis is in high demand or not? Based on my explanation, right? Do you think data analysis is in demand or not? Or do you think data analysis is important or not? Very high. It is in demand. All right. So we don't even need to go to Google to do it. But let's quickly go to Google to ask. Let's ask that question on Google. Are data analysts in demand? Are data analysts in demand? You can see here, based on Google, data analyst roles are in high demand across industry as companies increasingly rely on data-driven insights to guide their strategy. Right? Data analyst role are in high demand across industries as companies increasingly rely on data-driven insight to guide their strategy. So let me go back to my slide now. Data analysts are in high demand in today's job market, in which we all agree. And this trend is expected to continue well into the future. According to United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, even though Nigeria Bureau of Labor Statistics also testify to this, employment of data analysts and other related occupations is projected to grow by 33% from 2020 to 2030, which is within just 10 years, which is much more faster than the average of all occupations. And this demand for data analysts can be attributed to the increasing importance of data-driven decision-making in businesses and organizations of all sizes. As a result, data analysts are playing an essential role in shaping the strategic direction of businesses across various industries. Another report by IBM also states that there will be over 2.7 million job postings for data analysts and data scientists just in United States alone, not in Nigeria, not in Nigeria, not in Ghana, just in United States alone. Because you can't just say you have a big organization and you want to employ one data analyst. It's not possible. You have to employ a group of analysts, probably 3 or 4 people that will be analyzing data, right? Because we deal with large amount of data. All right, so let's move forward. So why is data analysis the future of everything? Now we are coming to an end of the theory section before we go into the practical section. So it is the process of analyzing data that has revolutionized many industries and will continue to do so in the future. And the days of having to do all your analysis by hand are over. Today, we don't do analysis by hand by hand again, right? There are powerful software that make it easy and fast. And you don't even need PhD in statistics anymore. A lot of people will tell you need to study statistics before you go into data analysis. I did not study statistics, right? And I've been doing data analysis for quite a while now, right? Simply enter some data, pick out what matters the most from those results, right, from the data, and you are done. Just pick out what matters the most, and you are done. So you are done with an estimate report that will help organization to grow sales. Like I have down here, data is the lifeblood of any modern business. Is the lifeblood of any modern business. But it's typically in raw form, does not mean anything. So basically, raw data does not mean anything. All right, let's move forward. All right, the future of data analysis, making the impossible possible. So the future of data analysis is here and is now, and it's also looking bright, right? With the help of artificial intelligence, a lot of AI tools in Excel, in Power BI, in SPSS, a whole lot of AI tools that can help us to achieve a lot, right? And machine learning also, machine learning and blockchain, they are all driven innovation that has revolutionized the field of data analysis. So with AI-powered data analysis, business can get real-time insight into their operation, while machine learning can help detect fraud, identify patterns that might be impossible for humans to detect. So basically, there are a lot of things in data that you can't easily detect except you load it into the software, right? You can have your data in Excel now, and you won't even know that there are empty spaces, there are data type errors, right? There are grammatical errors there. It's until you load it into your data cleaning software, which is Power Query, that can for you before you can easily see it, right? And with the help of blockchain, data sharing can be secure, transparent, and tamper-proof. So now you remember I said earlier, one of the key things you need to know about an analyst, about your data, is what? Confidentiality. So you don't share your data. You don't give anybody access to your data. All right. Let's talk about the last thing, which is the career path for an analyst. So if you study data analysis, what are the career paths? So the very first thing is you can become a data analyst, right? You're actually a data analyst. The moment you study data analysis, you're an analyst, right? And let's say, one thing that I always advise my students is data analysis is growing every single day. So you don't have to sit with what you study, what you've learned in the past. Imagine if I'm working with 2013 Excel, who will give me projects? There are a lot of tools that I have on my Office 365 now, but they are not in 2013. So you have to keep on updating yourself. So as an analyst, you have to continue studying, looking for more information, right? I always advise my students, once you study data analysis, try as much as possible to learn data science also. So you can become a data scientist. You can become a financial analyst. You can become a business analyst, a project manager, a database manager. That's all you just do is you deal with database. You manage database using SQL. So you query database, you insert information into database, you export information into database from database. Because if you are dealing with like an Amazon, right, their data is going to be in their database. So they will need a database manager before they even need a data analyst, right? So once you know SQL very well, you can become a database manager, right? You are just managing database. You are extracting information from database. You are cleaning the information on their database, right? You can become a data analyst consultant, a marketing analyst, a sales analyst, a data engineering. Right? You can become a whole lot. A whole lot. These are just small that I've mentioned. There are a whole lot of other things that you can become as an analyst, right? Okay, I think that is that for the theory section. Do you learn something in this theory section before we go into the practical section? Do you learn something in this theory section before we go into practical section? Yes or no? Let me know, let me know, let me know. If you learn something, let me know. If you don't learn anything, don't lie. Just tell me. All right. I'm going to answer your question. Just drop your hand for now. I will answer all your questions later. Okay, nice one, nice one. All right. So are we ready for the practical section? If you're ready, just say I'm ready. Are you ready for the practical section? Everything that I've explained, we want to put it in practical now. Let me see your I'm ready. If you are ready, just say I'm ready. Right? If you are ready, let me see you. Okay. Okay, all right. All right, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. So we want to create what we call visualization in today's class. So we are not going into the aspect of data cleaning now. Because if you want to go into the aspect of data cleaning, it's going to be another ball game, another thing entirely. You are going to spend a whole lot of things, you are going to get stuck sometimes, right? If you are doing data cleaning. So today we are not going into that part. Let's just visualize our data, right? Because at the end of the day, most of data analysts, they end up visualizing data, right? So let's visualize just one data. So I want to show you how I work on daily basis as an analyst. So how I visualize my data. So basically, you have already created something. So I'm going to go with this one. Let's go with this data. I have two of them prepared for you, but I'm going to go with one first. All right. This is a company sales, right? This is a company data set. And this company is selling different products, right? We have a whole lot of countries here. India, if I click on this, my filter, we have Ghana, India, Malaysia, Nigeria, Philippines, South Africa, United Kingdom, United States. So we have this data, right? We have this data. And now this organization gave us this data and they said, okay, they want to know the country that is performing very well. Which product is performing very well in a particular country. So they want us to know that. They want us to bring that out for them, right? So they've given us the data. These are the date of order, right? This is the product they order. This is the unit sold, right? This is the revenue generated from these units, right? This is the amount spent, which is the cost. So to produce this 1,725 chocolate chips, they spent about $3,450, right? Just to produce this quantity. And revenue generated, they were able to generate $8,625, right? That's what they were able to generate. And this is their profit. So the profit is basically revenue minus cost. That's what we give you the profits. All right. So we want to visualize our data. Let me show you an example of what we want to create today. So if you go to Google, you get a lot of idea from Google. So most especially if you want to create a visual. So just do data analysis dashboard. Data analysis dashboard. Then you go into images. So if you go into images, this is an example of what we want to create in today's class. This is an example. Are you guys scared? Hope you are not scared. Hope you are not scared. Are you scared? Are you scared? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me know. Hope you are not scared of this thing. There is nothing there. There's nothing there. It's very, very easy. Very, very simple. They are just charts, right? They are just charts. So I'm going to show you how to create something like this. But before we actually create something like this, we need to create a dashboard template. This is what we call a dashboard template. So before you can build your visual, you need to have a template. So it's not all data analysts that create a dashboard template, but for me, I create a dashboard template so that I can easily know what I want to use, right? Which type of charts, how many slides are, how many timelines do I want to use, right? How do I want to connect my data? So that is why I create a dashboard template for me to know number of charts, how many charts do I need, how many KPIs do I need. What are KPIs? So KPIs are key performance indicator. So for those of us that are new, this is an Excel spreadsheet. This is an Excel spreadsheet. So let me open a new sheet. So this thing that I see down here, is what we call the sheets. So if you are working with an Excel, we work with sheets. You can either call it worksheet or spreadsheet. So for those of us that are new, these are the columns. So the alphabetical letters are usually assigned to the columns. So we call this column A, column B, column C, column D. So basically, I'm not here to train today. We are just having a discussion. So I just want to show you how I work on daily basis as an analyst, right? So if I don't train, I work on projects. So I'm always very busy. So is it I'm in class or I'm working on a project? All right. So this is different. These are different columns. There are over 16,000 columns. And these numbers I see here, they are what we call the rows. They are rows, right? We call them rows. So they are rows in Excel. So we have row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, and the likes. We have different rows in Excel. And now we have a cell. A cell is where row and column meet, right? That is what we call a cell. So a cell is the intersection between a row and column. Are you guys jotting? Are you guys jotting? Well, you need to follow up. I'll tell you how to get the data set at the end. But if you want to do it as I'm doing it, you won't be as fast as I am. You understand? Because this is what I do on a daily basis. So you just have to watch me. At the end of the program, I'll tell you how to get the replay and also how to get the data that you can use to practice. Don't worry. All right. Hope you guys are jotting something down. Are you guys jotting something down? Are you guys jotting? So where we stop was cell. So a cell is the intersection between the row and column. So here, this is column A and this is row 1, right? And they both meet right here. They both meet here. So this place is called a cell. So to reference this cell, we call the column and the row. This is cell A1. I'm in column A, row 1. So this particular cell, we call it cell A1, right? We call it cell A1. So if I move down here, this is cell C3. This is cell C3. This is cell C3. So if I move down here, this is D5. This is D6 rather. And you can see it right here in the name box. So you can see it right here in the name box. And we also have this place called the formula bar. So whatever formula you write in Excel is going to display right here. I'm going to show you how to write one formula now when we get there rather. All right. So let's create our dashboard. So if you look at this, you will notice that my background, there's nothing in the background, right? There's nothing in the background. So the background is empty, right? It's empty. So let's make our background also blank, right? Our background is blank. So let's do that. So to do that, I'm going to go to the View tab. You know, I'm on the Home tab now. This thing up here, they are called the tabs. They are called the tabs. And down here, these places are called the ribbon. And each tab has their own ribbon. They have their own ribbon. So if I go to the View tab, so I want to turn off my grid line. This line that is showing here is called the grid line. This line that I see here is called the grid line. So I want to turn off the grid line. So uncheck the grid line. You can see the line is gone. So if you check it again, it's back. Remove it, it's gone. Check, back, remove, right? So this A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3, they are called the headings. They are called the headings. So we have the header and we have headings. I will explain the difference. So headings are what you see right here. So the column headings and the row headings, right? Whereby header, they are your column identifier, just like this. What you see right here, these are the headers, right? Headers, headers. So like country, so that is what we use to identify column. So basically, this is country column. This column A, the headings is A, but the header here is country, right? So this is the country column. This is the date column. This is the product column. So basically, headings are the column index and the row index, whereby the headers, they are the column identifier. They are the column identifier. So we have heading for both rows and column, but we have headers for only column. You guys get it? All right, so these headings I have up here, these headings, I want to turn it off. So I'll just come here and turn off the headings. You can see the headings is gone. The headings is gone. Do you guys get it? Now, we've been able to see that. We've been able to clear our background. We've been able to clear our background. Now, the next thing that I want to do right now is to create this blue background, this blue thing that I see down here. So this is made up of shapes. It's made up of shape. It's made up of shape. So how do we get shape? If you remember, we have our tabs, and each tab has their own ribbon. So if we go to insert tab, so we want to insert a shape. So if we go to the insert tab, then you have shapes right here. I want to click on this shape, rectangle. So let me take that again. So if I go to the insert tab, you have shapes. So for those of us that are using probably the older version of Excel, let's say 2016, you might not see it like this here. What you might see is illustration. So you might see illustration. So if you click on illustration, you are going to see shapes. So I'm going to pick my rectangle, a rectangular shape. Then I'm going to draw it. Left click, go down and drag. So I'm going to draw it like this. Then I'll just rearrange it. You can see right now, I have the background. Now we have something called contextual tab. You remember before I draw the shape, now I've clicked outside the shape. I did not have shape format. But now if I click on the shape, you can see I have shape format, right? It is called contextual tab. Contextual tab are tabs that come out whenever we choose a special ribbon. So I'm going to choose it. And now if I click on this shape format, that will give me the opportunity to be able to change the shape fill. That is the color inside the shape. So if I do the shape fill, I can change the color to whatever color that I want. That this depends basically on you. So you can choose any color of your choice, right? We have the shape outline also, which talks about the line outside the shape. Let me zoom it in so that you can see it. So if you check here, we have something like a black line, right? This is called the outline. So now if I click on the shape outline, this will give me the opportunity to choose different color for my outline, right? This will give me the opportunity to choose different color for my outline. Are you guys still with me? My people, are you guys still with me? Let me know. Don't run away. You are here. All right. Okay. Nice one, nice one. So this is actually the very first step, right? Which is like the hardest. It's very simple also. This is the very first step. Now after that, you see your shape right here. You see your shape right here. So what I want to do here is, I want to bring something where my logo will be. So this is just a shape, but it has an effect. So if you see on our shape, you have shape effects also. Where I can use presets, I can use shadow, I can use reflection, I can use glow, I can use soft edge, I can use bevel, and I can use 3D rotation. These are effects that I can give to my shapes. So Let me pick a rectangular shape. So I'll just draw a small rectangle here. This is where our logo will be, right? So I'm just going to come here, shape view, and if you check, it's white, right? And does not have any outline. So I'm going to say no outline. Now, it doesn't look like the one that I have here, right? So we'll give it an effect. And the effect that I use is bevel. So I'll come here, go to bevel. So you can play around all these other effects. Just give them to your shapes and look at how they are going to look, right? So it basically, you try a lot of effects to know the one that works out very well for you. So for me, I'll use bevel, right? This is what I use. Now you can see I have my shape, right? So this is where the logo is going to be. Then after that, I just duplicate this shape. How do we duplicate shape? If you press Ctrl D will help you to duplicate your shape. Ctrl D, you have another rectangle. You can put it right here. And this is where you write your dashboard title, the title. So this is analysis for so company, analysis for so company, 2020 to 2015, right? So this is where you write it. There are different templates that you can use. In fact, I have a whole lot of templates on Excel and Power BI, different templates that you can come up with, right? With different shapes. You have a lot of shapes. You can see them right here. And they are also on insert. So if you come to your shape on insert too, you have a whole lot of shapes that you can use to just create a masterpiece, right? A whole lot of tools that you can use, right? So after that, you can see all these are shapes and their arrangement, right? They are shapes. So let's draw that. Let's draw another rectangle. So I'm just going to pick this one, Ctrl D to duplicate. Then I'll bring it right here. Just make it a bit smaller. I'm going to bring it up. I'll just make it a bit smaller. Then I can make it wide. Too much. So I can duplicate it. That is Ctrl D to duplicate. I'll put it right beside this. So I can make this background a little bit bigger. Right, let me make it cover everywhere. A bit bigger, something like this. Then let me move this and this to this towards this edge a bit. Let's move it towards the edge again, right? So what I'll do here is I can just make this bigger. So I can select two at once. So I can select the very first one, hold down my shift, select the second one. I can duplicate the two together. Ctrl D to duplicate. So this will bring it, I'll bring it right here, right? I can duplicate again, select the two. So if I select the first one, hold down my shift, select the second one, Ctrl D to duplicate, right? I have it. Now I have it, right? Now I need to draw, these are my KPIs. This is where my KPIs are going to be. So I need to draw all these big rectangle that will show, this is where I'm going to put my charts, right? So I have to draw that also. So where my chart is going to be. Now this depends on the type of dashboard you want to create. How many charts do you want to use? So is it 4 charts? Is it 5 charts? Is it 6 charts? That's what we determine how many rectangles you will draw, right? It's what we determine the number of rectangles that you're going to draw. So I'm just going to come here. I can pick this one, pick any of this, pick any of the rectangle that I have here, Ctrl D to duplicate this. And if you like, you can draw a new one and give it an effect. It still works that way, but for me, I feel if you duplicate it, it makes your work more faster. So I'm just going to put it right here, make it a bit bigger. So this is going to be for my first chart. Ctrl D to duplicate. So I think I have it at this edge. So let me bring it in. Where do I duplicate? So let me select this. Ctrl D to duplicate this. I'm going to put it right beside it here. And I'm going to make this a bit bigger. And also make this a bit wider too. All right. So every other thing, I believe now you should have an idea of how to create a dashboard template. So all you just have to do is you can select the two, duplicate it together, right? Just bring it down right here. You can see. Now, this is how I was able to come up with something like this. All right, now that we know how to create our dashboard template, so how do we now analyze our data? So let's analyze our data now. So before I analyze, so they asked us to analyze the data by results, right? By number of days, by month. So they want to see the sales trend for each month. They want to see the sales trend for each day, right? So I want to get the day name and the month name. And because I have the dates here, I can easily extract that from Excel. So let's do a bit of data extraction, right? Are you guys learning something? Are you learning something? Are you guys learning something? Are you guys learning something? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you learning something? All right. So let's do a bit of extraction. So I want to give a little bit of space, right? I want to give a little bit of space. So right click and insert. So this is going to give me one space. Then I want to extract day name and month name. So right click again, then do insert. So this one will be our day name, right? And right here, I want to get the month name. So this is what I want to get. So to get the day name, I'm going to show you. You did not show us how to upload the logo. It's an image. If you go to insert, right, you see pictures here, right? You see picture. So you place it over the cell. It's because I don't know where the logo is, and we can't spend the whole time creating a dashboard because I believe you can figure that out. Now that you have pictures here, just click on place over the cell, this device, then this will take you to your laptop where you can see. Then you go and choose where your logo is. Very easy, right? So, but we don't want to spend too much of time on that one. All right. So, I want to get the day name. So I want to use our first formula. So in Excel, whenever you want to start the formula in Excel, you start with equals to, and the formula we want to use is called text. So equals to text, right? I'll just select the value, comma, in double quotes. So I want to get the day name. So I'll pass in D4D, right? In double quotes, I'll close my bracket and press enter. So this is going to give me the day name. That is the day that this particular date falls on. So I'll just copy it down, double click to copy down. I'll do the same for month, equals to text, right? Select this, then double click in double quotes, for month, double quotes, close my brackets, press enter. That will give me the month name. Now we have that. So the next thing that I'll do here is to put my data in a table. Basically, as Excel is looking at this data, it does not know if they are related or they are not related. So I have to put it in a table. So I need to put it in a table. So putting it in a table will help Excel to know that, okay, all these data are related. All these data are related. So how do we now put our data in a table? If you come to insert, you can see we have tables right here. You have table. And I can use another keyboard shortcut, Control T to put it in a table, right? So I'll just do Control T and click on OK, and that will put it in a table, right? Now, the next thing is to start getting my results out of the table. So what I'll just do is click on Summarize the pivots, right? I'll do New Worksheets. Simple as this. Now, if you remember, when I was telling you about Excel, I told you that there's something called recommended pivots, right? This is it right here. This is an AI tool, right? This is an AI tool that will help us to summarize our data. So if I just click on it, now you can see it's going to analyze my data for me. So this one is giving me the company and the revenue generated, the country and the revenue generated by each country. This is giving me the profit generated. This is giving me the total units sold and the revenue. But let's do our own manually. So let's start with the country, or let's start with the day. So let's start with the month. Which month do you think generated the highest revenue? So which month before we actually analyze our data, From January to December, which month do you think will generate the highest revenue? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? Which month do you think will generate the highest revenue? December. So I have one person that says December. What about others? December. All right, let's see. December. All right, someone said March. December. Okay, now let's bring this result out, right? So we want to get the month and the total revenue generated by each month. So that is what we want to do. So we go to pivot table, which is this one. So all I just have to do is drag and drop. This is the hardest part. The hardest part is creating your dashboard template, right? The hardest part is creating your dashboard template. Now, every other thing is very, very simple. So all I just have to do is come here, month name, I just drag and drop it in the row. And here I have each of the month. Now I want to see the revenue generated by each month. So I'll come here, I have my revenue column here, drag and drop the revenue too. Now this will show me the revenue generated by each month. This is total revenue generated in January, February, March, right? So what I want to do is right click, sort from largest to the smallest. And boom, you can see. For those of you that are saying December, October actually came first. So October actually, that is my birthday month, right? That is my month. So October generates, so that's my month. So we are the one that generated the highest revenue, right? After October, we have January, we have December. After December, we have June, we have November, we have September. You can see the trend. Now I can easily go to any organization and tell them that, okay, this is the total amount, this organization, this is the total amount you generated last month. This is the total amount of revenue you generated this month, right? You can see how easy that, right? How it's very, very easy. So all I just have to do now is, if I want to visualize it, I can just say I want to put it in a pivot chart. So I can click on charts and say, okay, let me just go with this chart given to me. So I just click on OK, and you can see I have my first chart, right? I can cut this chart out, Control X to cut it. Now go to my dashboard and place it right here. So all I just have to do is arrange it, just reduce it a bit, make it fit into my shape, right? So make it fit into my shape very well. So you can see I have it right here. So if I go to design also, I can give my chart a design. I can give it a design. You can see, I can say, okay, I want to go with a black design, something like this, right? I can give my chart a design. So these are our first chart. So if you want, you can see how easy it is. We are getting our charts now. So do you want us to do one more, or we should go to the question and answer section? If you want us to do one more, say one more. Say one more, or we should go to the question and answer section. If you want us to do one more chart, say one more, or we should go to the question and answer. A lot of people are saying one more, one more, one more. All right. So now let's say you want to know the country whereby our, let's get formula for months. Don't worry, when we get to the question and answer, I'm going to answer you. So let's get the country and their revenue generated. So we know the country that is giving us the highest revenue, right? Is that a good insight? We want to know the country that's giving us the highest revenue. Do you think that's a good insight? So we want to know the country that's giving us the highest revenue. Do you think that is a good insight? All right. So now we'll start with guessing. So let's guess. So let me tell you the name of the countries available here. Listen very well so that we can guess. So a lot of people went for December, and at the end of the day, you were wrong. It was October. So now we are guessing again. Let's guess. Let's guess. So we have Ghana. So is it Ghana? Is it India? Is it Malaysia? Nigeria? Philippines? South Africa? United Kingdom? Or United States? So which country generated the highest revenue? Is it Ghana, India, Malaysia, Nigeria, Philippines, South Africa, United Kingdom, or United States? Someone said India, someone is going for Ghana, Someone is going for Philippines. All right, we still have South Korea. Someone said South Africa, rather, right? So nobody's going for Malaysia. Wow. So if nobody's going for Malaysia, I'll go for Malaysia myself. So let's get this. Let's get it out now. So all I just have to do is go back to my table design, summarize the pivots. Now, because I already have one pivot table, so I'll just go to that pivot table and place it right here. Okay. So we want to pick the country column, drag and drop it right here. So we have different countries right here, right? So now let's get their revenue, the total revenue generated by each country. So drag and drop the country right here. So right click, sort from largest to the smallest. And Nigeria has the highest. Wow. After Nigeria, we have South Africa, we have India. Ghana is the lowest. So which means that country, their product is not performing very well in Ghana. So maybe another product that is performing very well in Ghana, right? You can see how easy it is. And what you can do is you can just say, let's use a pie chart now. Let's use a pie chart. All you just have to do is click on pivot charts, click on pie charts, and here you have the charts. So I love to use these 3D charts. So I just click on it, click on OK, and this will give me the charts, right? So that I can just is cut this out, then go to my dashboard and paste it right here. Then this is my second chart. This is my second chart. This is my second chart right now. You can see that analysis is very, very easy. The moment you keep on practicing with this, you are going to learn. You are going to understand it. There's nothing hard in analyzing data. There's nothing really hard. Because we have this software, all you just have to do is drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, right? But I know at this point, a lot of people will be feeling like this man right now, like, wow, Akeem, I've learned a lot. I need to blow off my head. How many of us are feeling like this man? You can see I'm even sweating. So how many of us are feeling like this man, like, wow, I've learned too much. I need to blow off my head. Can you guys hear me? Wow. So let me tell you, learning data analysis is not something you can do in one class, right? So let me ask you a question. How many of us would like to become a pro in this? If you like to become a pro, how many of us would like to become a pro in data analysis? You want to challenge me, right? You want to challenge me. We have Lex Hello said Pro Max. You want to challenge me? How many of us here want to challenge me? If you know you want to challenge me, right? Let me give you my address so that you can come around. Let's challenge each other. We have Daily. Daily said, I want to progress. You want to challenge me? I'll declare goodness. All right. So now let me tell you, data analysis is not something you can learn in one day. Actually, today, I feel like I've given you too much because in normal data analysis class, we don't just jump from total basic directly to advanced. No, it doesn't work that way, right? You have to start from the basic, then move to the next one before you can get here. So this pivot table that I did here is an advanced tool. So that means you have to start from the basics. That is why I came up with what we call the Ultimate Data Analytics Masterclass. The Ultimate Data Analysis Masterclass. This is a 12 weeks masterclass every Friday and Saturday. For the next 12 weeks, we are going to be in class. It's a live class, live on Zoom, where we are going to be practicing a whole lot of things on analyzing, extracting information, data cleaning, data visualizing, right? Dealing with different formulas for the next 12 weeks. For the next 12 weeks. Now, you know, we are going into the new year, right? You want to become a data analyst by 2025, right? How many of us here wants to become a data analyst by 2025? Let me know. How many of us here wants to become a data analyst by 2025? How many of us want to become a data analyst by 2025? Right? So now you need to join this masterclass. It's a 12 weeks masterclass. And at the end of the masterclass, I can guarantee that you can analyze any type of data, right? So now that's why I came up with that masterclass. And in the masterclass, what are you going to learn? So you are going to start from the total basics of Excel. Introduction to Excel. That's what you are going to start with. Starting from the total basics of Excel to advanced Excel, right? You are going to learn over 50 Microsoft Excel formulas. Over 50 Microsoft Excel formulas. You are going to learn that. You are going to learn Microsoft Excel table and pivot table. Microsoft Excel table and pivot table. Actually, today we just glance over it. We did not really do much in table and pivot table. There are still a whole lot of tools, a whole lot of things we can do with table and pivot table. You are going to learn charts. So we don't just choose charts. Which type of chart is good for this? Which type of chart is good for this? Which one can help us to show trend? Which one can help us to show relationship? Right? So you want to know. We are going to talk more about charts, right? We are going to talk about slicer and timeline. How to work with slicer and timeline. We are going to talk about that. Data manipulation. How to manipulate data with different formulas. We are going to talk about that. Data cleaning also. We are going to talk about data cleaning. We are going to talk about M language in Power Query. So we are going to do our data cleaning in Power Query. You're also going to learn M language in Power Query. You are going to learn data modeling in Power BI. So you are going to learn Excel, Power Query. You are going to learn Power BI too. Data modeling, how to create a model with your data, right? You are also going to learn DAX, data analysis expression, how to write a DAX function. You are going to learn it. So DAX is like the formula that we write in Excel. Also, you are going to write it in Power BI. You are going to learn data visualization with both Excel and Power BI. Today, we just did only the visualization with Excel. But there is a powerful tool also, which we call Power BI, right? That you learn how to visualize data with also. You are going to learn SQL, how to create a database in SQL, how to query database for you to become a database manager, right? How to do data cleaning with SQL too. You are going to learn that, right? And also you have access to all my classes on Python Essential. On Python Essential, you are going to have access to that. And now, after having these skills, there are key things that are very, very important. As an analyst, you must have a portfolio, right? You need to have a portfolio. So you are going to learn how to create a portfolio creation. You are going to learn it. As an analyst, you must have a portfolio because they want to see what you've done in the past before they can give you a job, right? And in this class, you are going to get different projects that are going to put on your portfolio. So if you finish Excel, you get the project. If you finish Power BI, you are going to get the project. If you finish SQL, you are going to get the project. Another thing is optimization of your LinkedIn for you to get jobs, right? If you want to use it to work, you have to optimize your LinkedIn. You want to use it to get projects, you have to optimize your LinkedIn, right? So you also learn how to optimize your LinkedIn account. You are going to get that. For the next 12 weeks, we are going to be together every Friday and Saturday. Now, if I'm to be charging you one by one for it, you are going to get Excel, Microsoft Excel Basic to Advanced, which worth over 25,000, right? You are going to get data cleaning with Power Query, which worth over 35,000, data modeling, Power BI, DAX, and not just only that. All these classes will be, we have them in a recorded video also. They are on Digital World LMS. You are going to have access to Digital World LMS. And this is a live class. In case you miss the class or you are looking for something, you can log into your Digital World LMS, right? LMS, for you to watch a particular video on that thing that you did in class. You can even study ahead before the class, because classes are on Friday and Saturday. But you have all of them in a recorded video for you to study ahead of the class, right? You can study ahead of the class. You are going to get access to that. And I'm going to show you that in a bit, right? You'll be in class for the next 12 weeks. It's a 12 weeks live practical section. You are going to get access to data analysis handout and a whole lot of data sets. You are going to be getting weekly tips on data analysis. I'm not the only one that will train you in the class, right? I'm not the only one. You are going to be in class with other experts. You are going to meet Mr. Jide, Mr. David, Mr. Ayo, Mr. Kingsley, Mr. Eke. You are going to meet a whole lot of them, in class. And at the end of the class, you are going to get certificates. So there is certification at the end of the class. You are going to also get entry job placement and internship, right? And if you are so good, you can get the opportunity to work with Digital World Tech Academy. Now, the question is, how much am I charging you for this? Now, we are in Christmas period, right? Christmas period. So I'm going to give you a huge discount for Christmas. So on a normal day, if I'm to be charging one-on-one class or for our premium class on normal day, is 150,000 for you to join our premium class. If you're in Ghana, it's 1,425 Ghana cedis for you to join our premium class. But because we are in Christmas period, today, I will give you access to our premium masterclass, our 12 weeks premium masterclass, where you will be in class with different lecturers. You will have direct access to me. You have direct access to other lecturers, whereby you can call us, you can send us a message to ask us any question. If you are in Nigeria, I'm just going to give you access to this premium class for just 15,000 naira. If you are in Nigeria, it's just 15,000 naira. And if you are in Ghana, it's just 150 Ghana cedis. If you are in Cameroon, it's 5,000 CFA. And if you are in Ghana, if you are in Kenya, it's 2,000 Kenyan shillings. So for you to join, now this class is not for everybody. It's for the very first 30 people. Very first 30 people. Now, if you don't join the very first 30 people, you get to pay 150,000 if you are in Nigeria. And if you are in Ghana, it's just 1,425 cedis if you are in Ghana. But if you want to be part of the very first 30 people that will pay 15,000 naira and 150 Ghana cedis, and if you are in Cameroon, it's just 5,000 CFA. If you are in Kenya, it's 2,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, these very first 30 people are still going to get different bonus. You are still going to get bonuses. So Cameroon is 5,000 CFA. So now, for these very first 30 people, you are going to get access to all my data science class, all my class on Python Essential. That you are going to get access to that. How to monetize your skill, monetization of skill course that we call celebration. You are going to get access to that. Full Microsoft Word course and full PowerPoint course. You are going to get access. You want to know how to use Microsoft Word very well. You want to know how to use PowerPoint course very well. You are going to get access to that. Now, if you are in Nigeria, you can pay into money points, Digital World Tech Academy, 5495591922. If you're in Ghana, you can pay into Vodacash, right? If you're in Cameroon, you can pay into MTN Momo, this MTN Momo. And if you're in Kenya, you can pay into M-Pesa. Now, let me show you the recorded video you are going to get access to before I start taking questions. So the moment you make your payment, you drop your payment proof in the group. Once you drop your payment proof in the group, you are going to get a registration form. You fill the form, then you are going to receive a mail. You are going to receive a mail that looks more like this, that looks like this, right? Now, once you receive the mail, you have your email and your login password, right? All you just have to do is click on Study Data Analysis. And that will bring you to Digital World LMS. Digital World LMS, right? This is Digital World LMS. Another way is if you go to Digital World Tech.Academy, Digital World Tech.Academy. The account number has been dropped into the group. So if you go to Digital World Tech.Academy, all you just have to do is click on Student Login. It will still bring you to the same place. So your username and your password will be part of what will be sent to you, right? So all you just have to do is log in. So once you log into the website, you are going to have one course here. But if you see me, you'll see that I have 3 different courses right here. So you are going to have one course here. So I just click on my course. So you can say I have access to video editing masterclass, I have access to digital marketing, and I have access to um, data analysis. So you are going to have access to data analysis. So I just click on study data analysis, just click on study. So now you can see all the recorded video. So all you just have to do is click there and you play it. So welcome to the data analytics masterclass. So you will see, start from total basics, introduction to Microsoft Excel backend, how to open and close spreadsheet, cell reference, how to insert row and column, bold, freeze and unfreeze. You are going to get that. This is what you have access to. You see, you have access to the whole video on Excel. This is on Excel. You have access to the Power BI also. This is on Power BI, right? This is on Power BI. My SQL too, you have access to it. And if you scroll down to the bottom here, you will see bonuses. You will see bonuses. So how to create a portfolio, how to upload a project on portfolio, how to create a resume, LinkedIn optimization, freelancing. You see? Right? Then you are going to get access to bonus 2, my Python essential, introduction to data science, introduction to Python, Python variables, Python data type, Python string, Python operators, control flow, and the likes. Those are what you are going to get access to. Those are what you are going to get access to. So you can go ahead, make your deposit now, make your payment, and drop your payment proof in the class, in the group. The class will start this Friday, which is on the 12th of December, 2024. The class will start this Friday on the 12th of December, on the 13th rather, on the 13th of December, 2024. Time, if you are in Nigeria, it's 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. In Ghana, it's 7:30 p.m. Ghanaian time. Cameroon is also 8:30. If you are in Kenya, it's 10:30. Wow, can you pay on installments? Wow, can you pay on installments? All right, someone is sending me a DM if they can pay on installments. Someone is sending me a sample of certificate. No, I can't show you someone else's certificate for now, but you are going to get your certificate at the end of the program. It's confidential. So your certificate will be sent directly to your mail. Do you get it? It's going to be sent directly to your mail. So if you are lazy, don't bother to join this class, because in this class, you are going to get a whole lot of projects. You are going to get a whole lot of projects and also an assignment, that because it's a practical class. It's a practical class. So let me start taking questions. It's a practical class. So if you are lazy, don't bother to join this class. If you are lazy, don't bother to join this class. This is a live class. It's a live practical class. So now someone is asking if you can pay on installments. Now let me even make it easier for you. Let me make it easier for you, because I know you are coming to this webinar. You did not plan if you are going to make payment or not, right? You did not plan if you are going to make payment or not. So what I will do now is, if you don't have the full payments, you can deposit 50%, 50% tonight and balance up next month. You can deposit 50% tonight and balance up next month. You can deposit 50% and balance up next month. Tolulope, only admin can drop message in the group. No, the group has been opened. The group is open. The group is open. But if you cannot send it to the group, you can also send it to my DM. This is my WhatsApp number. +234 9166 483 This is my WhatsApp number. So you can deposit 50% of the amount. 50%. If you are in Nigeria, that is 7,500. If you are in Ghana, that is 75 Ghana cedis. If you are in Cameroon, it's 2,500 CFA. And if you are in Kenya, it is 2,000, it is 1,000 Kenya. The class is on Zoom. It's live class on Zoom. It's live class on Zoom. It's a live class, just like today. It's a live class. Some of us can make the payment. Send software, just send me a. Can we use our smartphone? No. You can join with your phone, but the class is practical. So you can start with your phone, but before the end of the program, I'll advise you get a laptop so that you get to practice it. Because the class is it's a practical class. It's a practical class, and you are going to be getting a whole lot of assignment and classwork. So I'll advise you get yourself a laptop. All right, so let me take question. If you have question, please raise your hand so that I can take your question. Let's talk to each other so that I can take your question. Please raise your hand so that I can take your question. Please, please, please. Is there a question from anybody? Any question on anything at all? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Raise your hand so that I can take your question. All right, so let me take Mr. Kamal. Mr. Kamal, sorry, which software are we using? We are using Microsoft Excel, Power BI, and SQL. But the only software you need to have installed is Microsoft Excel. You will learn how to install Power BI and you will learn how to install SQL. Are there any hidden fees? There is no any hidden fees. Once you make your full payments or you deposit 50%, you are not paying anything again. You are not paying anything again. Even for your certificate, you are not paying. Receipt sent to my DM. All right, no problem. Let me take Mr. Kamal. Mr. Kamal, if you can unmute, please. So I have a program that will end by February. Is it possible to start a fresh one then? Well, you can join the class also now. Deadline, we are taking just 30 people. Mr. Kamal, please.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, good evening, please. I reside in Osogbo, Osun State, please. If I want a physical class, please, where are you located, sir? How can one get you, sir?
Well, I'm in Lagos. I'm in Lagos. So for physical classes,
Please.
well, we are still working. We are still working on getting there. But currently now we are still in Lagos.
Okay, sir. Please, where in Lagos? Because I knew Lagos very well before I was
So we
transferred
are
to
in
Osun State.
Ikorodu, we have 3 branches in Ikorodu, Lagos State. Do you
Okay, sir.
understand?
All right, thank you. All right, very well, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So someone is asking, what is the cost again? It is 15,000 naira. It is 15,000 if you're in naira, if you're in Nigeria. If you're in Ghana, it's 150 Ghana cedis. If you're in Cameroon, is 5,000 CFA. And if you're in Kenya, it's 2,000 Kenya shillings. Someone is asking me to drop my phone number. So here's my phone number. I will drop it right now. I just dropped my phone number. Dorothy, you don't actually have to come to Ikorodu. You can join the class online. You don't have to come to Ikorodu. Let me take Lighty. Please unmute. Is it Lighty? Please unmute.
Yes, I am. Good evening.
Good evening, boss.
Actually, I am in Ghana, but I am from the Gambia.
All right.
Yes, and I've been with the class since the day one, and
Wow.
I've seen that it's interesting. So I have, give a word of mouth to about few people that I feel they can benefit from this class, and they want to join, but they have to join into the group before they can have access and do their payment and send their these things, receipts.
All right. What you can do is you can send me a DM, send me their number, send my number to them, tell them to send me a DM so that I can add them to the group myself.
Okay, that's okay. That will be okay. I will do that.
They can make their payments. Then I will tell our admin to add them to the paid group.
Yes, that's okay. I'll do that because my son also wanted to register, but I have to pay for him from here.
All right.
And send it to the group, but I'm not sure whether they have contacted him on to add, because I put his number there to add him and also register him. I'm not sure whether they have done it, but I paid from Ghana here for him.
All right, thank you very much. That's not the problem. Just send me a DM. We are going to sort it out.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Madam Felicia. Thank you too. You mean 15K? Yes, you will know everything. You are going to learn Excel, you are going to learn Power BI, and you are going to learn SQL. Let me take Mr. Dele. Felicia, thank you. Mr. Dele, please unmute.
All right, good evening, sir.
Good evening, boss.
I really enjoyed this seminar. It's all Lord. I thank you. God bless you. Please, if I pay the 7.5 now, is it
Yeah.
month ending January I can balance up
Yes, please. You can balance up next month.
by ending?
Yes, you can balance up by ending of next month.
All right, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
So someone is asking, can you help us? The only software you need to install, you can take your laptop to any software engineer to help you install Microsoft Excel. But after Microsoft Excel, Power BI and SQL, you are going to learn how to install it in the group. You are going to learn how to install it in the group. Mr. Aida, you are already in our class now, I think. Mr. Chike, you are already in class.
Yes, I am. Just that the question is, we are already about to round up Excel, isn't it?
You are about to round up Excel, so you are with Mr. Jide.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Exactly. This class, I'm still seeing Excel repeating. And
I can't hear
it's
you. Please
more
give
of
me a minute. Give me a
Power
minute. I'm
BI. I
coming.
don't know the.
I can let me.
That's what
I can hear you very well.
But it's also
All right, go
time
ahead.
on. Imagine taking away Friday, Saturday for 6
What do you say?
weeks. All my bottle of beer time on for 6 months.
Mr. Chike,
That is starvation.
Mr. Chike, I can hardly hear you.
I mean, I want to know the difference between the one we are about to complete
No, it's still the
and
same
this
thing. It's the same
one we
thing.
are doing now.
It's the same thing. You are in the premium class. Don't worry. It's the same thing. You are already in
Okay.
another batch.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a
Thank
new batch. This is the December batch. I think you joined September batch, right? So October,
Yes.
September batch. Yes, this is December batch.
Okay. Okay.
So you don't have to join.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we are learning Python Essential as a coding. The Python Essential, I'm not teaching you in class. You are going to get access to all my recorded video. Because if you are to do Python Essential, that 12 weeks will not be enough. But we are going to start from Excel, Power BI, and SQL. So if you know SQL very well, you know Excel very well, Python is not going to be a problem. So let me take Mr. Eddie. Please unmute, Mr. Eddie. Please unmute. Mr. James, if you are already in our class, you don't have to join. Mr. Eddie, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me? Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm speaking from Ghana.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also very interested with the program. So I want to do the part payment tonight.
All right. That's not the
So
problem.
give the name and the contact number. And I want to know if I'm doing it to MTN or Vodafone.
Where are you from? Are you in Cameroon or Ghana?
I'm in Ghana.
You are doing Ghana is for Vodafone.
Ghana is for Vodafone.
Yes.
Wow, then I can't do it tonight unless tomorrow because I'm using MTN as at now, so I cannot do it tonight.
You know what? We also have MTN Momo too. Just drop a message in the group that you need the MTN Momo account. They will send it to you on WhatsApp.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Son said, I've paid the 15K. When are we starting the class? The class is starting on Friday. It's every Friday and Saturday. The class is starting on Friday. The class is starting on Friday. Hello, this small boy. How are you doing? Where is that boy? Why are you smiling at me? It's 8:30 Nigerian time. If you are in Nigeria, if you are in Ghana, it's 7:30. All right, Richie, Mr. Richie, please unmute. You can talk now. You've unmuted. You can talk.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the program. I just wanted to help my brother. I'm also from Ghana and I've made my payments.
Oh, that's good.
So if you are using MTN Mobile, you can still send the cash to the Vodafone cash.
All right.
So you just have to select other networks. When you dial the *170 hash and then send the money, the next option, you go to other networks.
All right.
And you have to select Telecel. So Vodafone now in Ghana is Telecel.
Okay.
So you just have to select it and you can send it. I just wanted to.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richie. Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I have Eddie. Eddie, greet your baby for me. Oh. I can see both of them, male and female. Greet them for me. Oh. So Eddie, you can send me a DM. I will give your baby, your male and female, I'll give them free access to Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. I will give them as a bonus for them joining this class. Mr. Eddie, if you can send me a DM on WhatsApp, I will send you all my recorded video on Microsoft Excel, Power BI, PowerPoint, and Microsoft Word. It's for your baby, for those boy and girl, right? It's just for them, not for you. I'm giving it to them. Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, I'm giving them for joining the class. Those, Mr. Eddie, I saw your baby. So that's that. If you can send me a DM. Sis Ellen, please unmute. This is Ellen. Eddie, can you hear me? Sis Ellen.
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening.
I enjoyed the class. I would also, my son was asking, he's 9 years old, I was about typing the question. He's interested in learning Excel. He has a bite of it already. Python, not Excel.
Yes,
He
wants to learn Python.
Yes, he has gotten an idea for some time. Maybe it was my wrong decision because I couldn't continue the payment. He had to stop. He was learning very well from there. But since there's an opportunity here, I would want him to learn. And I also want to find out how he's going to go about it.
Well, we are not starting Python class immediately. So you have to finish data analysis first before you start Python.
I have not done that. Yes, that one is for me. I'll tell him to join.
For a 9-year-old boy, I don't think it's a good idea for him to start with Python straight. Let him start with ICT fundamental. Then after that, he can go into Python. Or you can go into web development. Then you can use Python for the back end.
Okay.
Let him start with ICT. Then after that, he will study front end and back end, which is HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then you can use Python for the back end.
Okay.
Yes. You can send me a DM. You can talk on phone. You can call me when I'm done.
All right. Thanks so much for your time.
You're
Thank
welcome. Will you give a soft copy? You said it will last for 12 weeks. Yes. I want to join after February. Hope new section will start in March. I don't know yet. It depends. I don't know. It's just that the price might change. The price will change because this is December promo. So it's very, very beneficial for you to join now than joining in December. The price will change. The price will change. This is just December promo. All right. Is there any question? Is Excel 2010 okay? No. I won't advise you to use Excel 2010. You can start with it, but I'll advise if you can get Excel 365 or Excel 2021, try to install that. Power BI and SQL, you don't need to do the installation. We are going to learn how to install it in class. But Excel, you need to install it, right? You can take it to any software engineer to install it for you. Do you get? All right. So, is there any question from anybody before we call it a day? Is there any question? Any question? Any question? Is there any question for anybody before we call it a day? Is there any question? 2019. Well, you can still manage 2019, but you still, if you can get 2021, it's fine. Sis Ellen, you are still raising your hand.
Yes. I just made payments and there's a Lucia on WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's our admin.
I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah,
I wanted to be sure.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oladayo James. Mr. Oladayo James. Please unmute.
Yeah, I just want to.
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go
Thank you for tonight's class. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome,
now, sir, for the payment, I'm a Nigerian. So for the payment on the group, I can see FCMB as well as Money Point. So which one
you can pay
into
into any of the two. It still belongs to Digital World. So you can either pay into Money Point or you pay into FCMB.
Okay.
Still belongs to Digital World.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right. What is regression model? What is regression model as? We use regression model to deal with predicting of quantity For instance, linear regression, right? We use that to predict a quantity. So if we use linear regression, we use another one, support vector regressor, you use that. Random forest regressor, we use that. We have regression and we have classification. So if your data is in category, we use classificational data. For instance, like random forest classifier, right? So that is a classificational data. But if you are dealing with regression, we use linear regression, random forest regressor, support vector machine regressor, all those ones. That is what we use. All right. Can half payments be done? Send me a DM, please. Send me a DM. Is this December Masterclass batch a premium batch as well? Yes, please, Mr. Abiola Oba. All right. Is there any other question? Any other question? Any other question before we call it a day? So you can still make, okay. All right. So someone is saying, what if they don't meet the 30 people? What I'll do is, let's say anybody that make payment tonight, whether it is full or is deposit, anybody that make payment tonight. So whether you make your full payment or you make a deposit, you are going to get access to the bonus. So how can we do voice record while the class is still on? They will ask you to unmute now. They will ask you to unmute. We have question and answer section after the at the end of each class. So for you to ask any question, and you can also type in your question. You've done 50%. I didn't see any form. You will receive a form very soon. After filling the form, what is next? Just wait. You'll be added to the paid group, and you also receive access to your elements. Any other question? Any question? Any question? So I want you to allow me to make comments. You can make your comments now. At least you type. I'm coming. Do you want to unmute? Abubakar Adamu. Mr. Abubakar Adamu, do you want to say something? You can unmute if you want to say something. You can unmute if you want to say something. Mr. Abubakar. Please go ahead. Hello? Oh, you muted. Please unmute. Please unmute. Mr. Abubakar. Go ahead, please.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, boss.
Sir, we really appreciate for this wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much a lot. We learned so much. We learned so much.
Thank you, sir.
We really appreciate you for your effort.
Thank you, sir.
And sir, at the end of this training, are you going to give us a certificate or?
Yeah, the certificate will be sent to your DM. But before you can get a certificate, you'll be given a project. So because it's a live practical class, you'll get a project.
Understood.
So you'll be given a project. Once you submit your project, you are going to get your certificate. Your certificate will be sent to your DM. So you are going to get three different projects. You are going to get project on Excel. You are going to get project on Power BI. You are going to get project on SQL too. So once you are done with the 3 projects, then you get a certificate.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Really appreciate your support for us. Thank you so much. May Allah help you, guide you abundantly, and help you in all the aspects of life and future. So may God bless you abundantly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Please, can we have the replay, the slide, and the data set that I use will be dropped in your group. So the replay, the slide, the data set I use will be dropped in your group. So you will have access to that. You have access to that. So is it because I'm on other program that I wouldn't want to carry too many things. I will keep the contacts for the next section. All right, TechnoSpark, please send me a DM so that we can keep each other's contact. All right. Any other question? Any question before we call it a day? Is there any question? Is 365 free to download? No, Microsoft Excel is not free to download. So that's why I said you should take it to any software engineer to help you do the installation. Okay, can you extend the payment to tomorrow? Wow. What I'll do is I'm going to say for anybody that can make payment between now and 12 p.m. tomorrow. So between now and 12 p.m. tomorrow. If you can make payment between now and 12 p.m. tomorrow. All right. Thank you very much. Good night. Good night. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you for joining today's class, and I hope you've been able to learn one or two things in today's class. Feel free to send me a DM, call me on phone if you have any question. Whether you joined the class or you did not join the class, feel free to contact me. Thank you very much, and I will see you in class on Friday, where you are going to meet your first lecturer, which is Mr. Ayo, on Friday by the special grace of God. Good night and enjoy the rest of your day.